Hey, this is Alex Fender, and this week I'm going to answer the start of the discussion with the share screen. And so it's asking how we deal with structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. And this is something that I deal with on a daily basis. And so what we deal with is the relationship between advertising data such as Google AdWords, and then we combine that AdWords data feeds into Google Analytics. So I'm going to start with the client to preview. This company sells safety training, and so in Google Analytics we're going to go down to their analytics profile, and then Google Analytics tracks web behaviors. So this is the inputs, and then this is what they are doing on the website or how they're interacting. And we have different events, but the main thing that we're trying to do is see how many people are completing the conversions via the contact form and how many are coming through phone calls. And then here is how many are coming through A/B testing using a test tool. And so the objective is basically to generate sales or generate leads through the advertising campaign. So if I change the date range for the last month, or this month for July, we see 655 conversions. And so this is very structured data. And in Google Analytics, it's very structured and easy to work with. It's pretty easy implementation. But once you get to dealing with the client side and dealing with client databases like SalesForce, that's where it often becomes a real challenge. And so the client wants to know, well, how many leads are converting? And so down here is where we start to see unstructured data or semi-structured data. As you notice here, it says Google AdWords, and then here's the client or the lead info. In AdWords, it's missing the UTM data, and the UTM data is basically a string. So if you ever go to Google and type in like safety training, and then let's just click on an ad. These are the AdWords ads. You click on this, you see this at the end, the string GCLID. Well, that's what Google uses to track. And so that type of data, if I go and click another one, here's DuPont, we'll see how theirs is structured. Same thing, GCLID. Well, let's change it to safety training CDs and see what comes up. Now a different type of search result, shopping. And you see up here, now the string is changing. So this is taking unstructured data, keyword search. So we want to learn which keywords generate sales or results, and then here now we're going to feed off the URL and import that data into the database. And so you see we have a URL here, but in other times we don't. Well, the current challenge is if I go into my inbox from this last week, so investigating why AdWords does not have the UTM data, something to know about this type of marketing. It's not, these leads, this data should not be coming from being organic. And anytime it comes from Google AdWords, 100% of the data should be filled in. But if it comes in from organic or Google organic, it should not necessarily have the data. And in this situation, we have a record and it has the URL. And if I scroll over to the right, it's missing the campaign data. And so that's what the issue is that has to be cleaned up or resolved and made structured so we can do more accurate analysis. So back to the email, one of the challenges is this right here that we're dealing with, where it says the leads come through kissmetrics, crazyegg, pardot, invoca, Google Analytics, daddyanalytics, clickyanalytics. And so to make these things work, it can be real challenging because you have known systems and platforms like this and this, and then you have known widely used sales CRM database like SalesForce, but when it comes to the implementation of additional third-party softwares or tools, it becomes more difficult. And so one other thing that we've done to structure our data is by week we have it importing in so we can measure, and the most important things are how many conversions we're getting, but then we're also tracking assisted conversions, and then we want to know the cost, so cost and then the conversion rate. And these things change by week. This is for this year, and so as we go across down here we can analyze how high our conversion rate's going throughout the different seasons and how it's impacting the business with weekly lead volumes based on these types of search campaigns. And so that's a preview of the data analysis that we do and how we take structured and semi-structured data and then unstructured and how we try to resolve it so that we can improve the ROI for the client.